don't push me, but y'all push B. Now we got dwellers from Cali to Flatbush B. Now they got heat on their feet that say press B. And now we so deep in the streets, y'all can't stress me. Can't curse me, then bless me. I'm crucifying my flesh, that's less me. SAT'd from preaching, can't test me. Atheists are now believing, that bless me. Yeah, we got the basement replacing any of those worldly pursuits that y'all chasing, any of those trials and tests that y'all facing, any of the relationships that y'all changing. We rearranging, making the shame shift, giving Satan back what's his, that's the blame shift. Rise up and walk commands, that's the lame shift. Cheat codes for living this life, that's the game shift. All on Yeshua, man, the rest is manure, man. I'm dying daily, so I rise up a purer man. Pressing B daily, so my sins looking fewer, man. Washing the blood, so my sins down the sewer, man. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Hey, listen, I'm so excited to give you the opportunity to get connected to some therapists that can help you take your mental health to the next level. Listen, I don't understand how we got people that go get their nails done, go get haircuts, go to the dentist, go get a checkup every single year, take their car in to the mechanic to get the oil changed, but you actually think you can handle your mental health by yourself. What are you even doing? That's not even the way we're wired. And so whether you're feeling like transition is taking place, or you have some trauma for your past, you've been a little bit sad, but it might be teetering on depression a little bit, I need you to understand that you have tools. There are resources. There are people that are willing to help you. So I want you to go to betterhelp.com/B-side. We have a 10% discount just for you. We talk about therapy all the time, but there's absolutely no way that we're going to let you to get in it and not get something out of it. So join us on there, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. Peace. Welcome to the basement, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Tim Ross. Shout out to all of my dwellers from all over the world. People all over the world. I love you guys so much. Wherever you are listening from right now, we are live and direct. We will bring it to your set. I got now. I don't care who got next. Does anybody know where that's from? Only a real hip-hop head would know where that's from. I'm going to leave that out there. If it comes up in the chat, you get some cookies, but probably not from me. Just treat yourself to a cookie if you get that one. I'll say it again. I got now. I don't care who got next. I know that's a little bit, but if you're a real hip-hop dude, then you're going to know. Or a hip-hop dudette, okay? So shout out to all of my dwellers. Thank you so much for pressing B. Thank you for being down here with us. I'm so excited that we get to another 2 hours together on a Monday. I want to shout out all of my B-siders from wherever you are, all over the place. Thank you for taking a place of safety and bringing it to a place where everybody can share the gift of their vulnerability without fear of reprisal, where they can be fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if they're not fully agreed with. That is our goal. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I got my thoroughest girl with me.
Hey.
It's trippy how hard she ride with me. The new Bobby and Whitney. Only time we don't speak is during Sex in the City. She gets Kelly fever as soon as the show's over. She's right back to being my rider, because mommy's a roll. Right back to being my soldier, because mommy's a rider.
And I'm a roller.
Put us together. How you gonna stop both us when I'm off? Something. When I'm off key, she's bringing me closer.
Something.
So let's
and
just
then some more stuff.
Okay, that's it. I love you. Okay,
love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Juliet Ross is on the basement right now. Hey, let me tell you how much Juliet enhances my life, because I'm an introvert. And anytime I'm doing a live show by myself, you hear 3 woos and they're semi-deflated and 4 claps. And that's between 3 people. And it's just like, It's the sexual chocolate clap. It's just.
Oh my goodness.
And then Juliet comes on, and then she brings a party with her. It is not. It is the antithesis of my introversion.
900 people in here.
There are 42 people in my house right now.
Oh my goodness.
I only know 32 of them, and I'm sure we have to feed them at some point. It's a lot of pressure. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of pressure, a lot to do. Hopefully, even though we keep a Caribbean climate in here, but with this many bodies, I just pray that we've turned the AC down.
I told them to turn it down for sure. I don't know if they've
so that
turned
the
it down
sweat
enough.
doesn't just
This is true.
play plinko with the
Maybe
crack of their
somebody can check
behind.
the AC and make sure it's at what, 70? How is that? Is
That
too
would be
cold? I don't want to freeze.
No, that's gonna be fine because we're breathing.
That's
and
true.
we're human.
That's
and
true.
It's like 90. You're so pretty.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you are very.
I appreciate you so much.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gorgeous. Okay. Hi, baby.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you more.
Okay, so there's a reason.
And hi, dwellers. I'm so glad to be here with you all tonight. And YouTube and Instagram and all the thanks. Hey, guys.
You're so cute.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Discord is.
I love Discord.
Yeah,
they are
Discord,
awesome.
Discord to have
Oh
you.
my gosh, all the love is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey, I'm telling you
it's
now.
always one of my favorites.
Juliet
Oh my
plus
goodness.
Discord equals distraction. So I need you to turn your attention this
Oh
way,
my
because if you keep
gosh.
looking that way,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
we will legit.
I love you. I love you guys. This way. I love you guys. I see you.
It's too much.
Hey.
No, not the body roll. Yo, the minion body roll is
It's
flagrant.
everything.
No, it's flagrant.
It is everything.
That's way too much. A minion body roll is way too much. I love you, girl.
That's awesome.
Hey,
I love you.
There's a reason why we are here today.
I know.
Yeah, you've been working like really, really hard. Like really, really, really hard. And like today's, like I told you, today is like a birthday party.
It is.
It's a birthday party because you've given birth to something, and that's what we're here to talk about.
That's
Is what you've given, and you didn't give birth to like a baby kitten, like you gave birth to like an elephant.
A tribe, right?
It's
A
an
litter.
elephant. It hit the ground. There's gonna be a thud. You know what I'm saying? I just imagine baby elephants.
It's true.
They hit the ground and there's a thud.
It's true.
And so we're here to celebrate it.
And I'm so hyped.
We're here to honor it.
I am so hyped.
We're here to highlight it.
Yay.
We're here to let everybody know in the whole world this.
that we thinking about them.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
like we can't sit up here and talk about vulnerability
That's right.
and hold space for people to give us the gift of their vulnerability, and then tell them, I hope they work it out. Like we pray you get the help that you need, right?
Right.
And I've often talked about the fact, going back to the Peace of Mind series I did when I was the pastor at Embassy City.
That's right.
Altar calls are dope.
Yes.
I'm all for altar calls. And if you're not a believer in Jesus, or like you haven't been around church culture, altar calls are like when people call you down to the front. It's not really an altar, but we've been calling it that for a very, very long time. And so people come down to the front of where like the podium is, where the speaker has been. We call it an altar call. Okay. And the people come down to the altar and they get prayer, and they'll give their life to Jesus. A lot of times a sermon opens up a can of worms.
Yes, it does.
They're like feeling something they never felt before. It's like the Holy Spirit's convicting them of their sins or of something that they need to address, and they come down, and we have, we'll say, we have the altar team down here.
They're waiting.
And they're waiting to pray with you.
They're ready.
And but usually depending on what type of church you go to, if it's a more modern church, then they might have 2 or 3 services.
Right.
So you get down there for prayer, and you better be able to give your story in about 3 minutes. Right. And you're going to get like a 90-second prayer. And then it's going to be like, hey, we'll be praying for you. Or you're at a Pentecostal church, and you may be there until Tuesday. Because they're going to lay hands on your stomach and tell you to bark up your trauma.
not bark it up.
They do. And they call it deliverance. Am I lying?
It is so true.
I'm not lying.
Oh
Like,
my
I'm talking
gosh.
foam at the mouth. Like, get it out. Get it out. It's like, I don't think I can get... I don't think I can get the absence of my father's hug out of my stomach
Oh my goodness.
through white foam at the mouth. I'm gonna have creamy corners, and it's gonna be
Not creamy corners.
it's gonna be absolutely disgusting.
Creamy corners is the worst.
So it is the worst.
It is the worst.
Anytime I see somebody,
Yeah.
the whole
just
whole
wanna hand 'em a
conversation,
Kleenex and then do this.
I have to avert my eyes because I can't see anything else now. It might as well be car wash foam. That's how it looms that large.
That's
So, because we know that altar calls are not the end all be all, we partnered with some incredible friends who own practices.
yeah. During your Peace of Mind series.
During the Peace of Mind series,
Yes.
we partnered with them so that they could actually help us, right?
That's right.
And kudos to the congregation at the time,
Yep.
because they actually started going.
Oh, they went.
You know what I mean? And so,
In fact, they overwhelmed a lot of the therapy practices that we sent them to. So they had waiting lists.
yep,
Because we were sending them, which is a good thing.
yeah, for sure.
That's a very good thing. And so, yeah, we wanted to support. We wanted to be a resource
Yep,
to help the church, and we knew that a 3-minute altar call wouldn't be enough
right,
for everybody's situation.
right, absolutely.
For some people, God can do a work in the 3 minutes.
Yeah, and I've seen it happen.
And for others, there needs to be an extended work.
I'm the other.
Yeah. And well, lots of people are
Yeah.
the other. And so so we partnered with several of we pushed getting help outside of the church.
Absolutely.
And so yeah. But what was your point to that?
No, it was just that we partnered with them. They went and got the help.
Yep.
Some of them were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Some of them had to staff up for the amount of people that are coming. It's awesome. And then we stepped into this season.
Yes, we did.
We stepped into this season, and the only thing we do here is hold space for people to give us the gift of their vulnerability,
Yep.
to be fully seen, fully heard, fully known, fully loved, even if they're not fully agreed with, to share their stories in a safe place without fear of reprisal.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes our guests leave here triggered, right? Like
For sure.
they've opened up so much, and then they're like, I don't know, I don't think I should have said all that. I mean, I've
100%.
had people come back and be like, can we edit? Because I don't think I
Isn't it
really...
called share shame? When they share too much, they feel shame afterwards. Or did I just make that up?
No, yeah, that was made up.
Did I just make that up?
Yeah. But
Hashtag share shame.
share shame is new. It's new into the lexicon
In the lexicon.
of therapy nomenclature.
I'll wait. I wasn't trying. Well,
But we
that's what we do. We create things here.
Yeah, we do. We do.
create things.
We refer to it. We refer to it as a shame spiral. It's one of the names for it. And
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
But share shame.
I like share
Okay.
shame.
It's
simple.
close to Shawshank. And both of them can make you feel pretty
Shanky or
Or-
shameful.
or shit'em woodish. As close as I can get to the word
my goodness.
shit'em wood. And so start with the burden that hit you to even like take on the task, or what happened that
What happened after we left?
I have to talk to you like I don't live with you.
Oh,
And
okay.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
can see that.
Like, hey,
Hey, how did we get here?
hey
How
Juliet,
did you start?
I know you're married to an incredible man. But enough about that guy. What were you feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
where did the burden come from?
Well, so I have to rewind you back a little bit, because after we did those series and then we transitioned out of we had the conference, and then we had the celebration for us to transition out of the church.
Yep.
And then we took all of 2023 off.
Yep.
We had to go on our sabbatical, and that sabbatical for us was a year of praying and planning.
Yep.
And in that year of praying and planning, it turned out that I was doing a lot of praying because I wanted to know. I knew in our heart that we were going to be doing something with leaders. I knew that we were going to be doing something with mentoring, and I knew we would be doing stuff with marriage because this is just what we've been doing. And so I knew that we wouldn't stray too far from it, but we didn't know how it was going to fully land.
Right.
And you were still doing the basement, right?
Yep.
That hadn't stopped.
Nope.
You were consistently doing the basement. And so for 2023, I was in my she shed, and I was doing my hobbies, and I was praying. And the Lord put this burden on my heart the whole time of, I just kept feeling like, okay, Lord, I'm going to be doing, or I can't wait to do marriage. This is very heavy on my heart. I can't wait to get Upset the Vows going. You know what I mean? It was such an incredible series that you did. We had an amazing time filming the show afterwards. Called Unpacked. And it was just a wonderful thing. And so marriages is such a passion, as you know. And so throughout the beginning of 2023, I knew that we was going to be doing something with marriage. So I kept saying, okay, Lord, all right, I'm going to put on my marriage event, and then we're going to do marriage, this and that. And then I kept feeling this burden about April. He just kept saying, don't forget the mentorship. Don't forget the mentorship. And I said, oh, Lord, I would never forget the mentorship. I said, but there's so many people. And I said, I'm so honored, but I don't know how to mentor all of those people at once because I'm such a one-on-one person.
Yes,
you know that.
Yes,
I love individualization. I want to hug necks and kiss cheeks and hold your hands. I want to pet the dog, hug the kids.
Absolutely.
And so
one at a time.
I am one at a time. I will hug each and every one of you and be like, let's go to lunch. I'm here for it. And so I couldn't translate how to take all these amazing requests that people had saying, hey, can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? And so I said, Lord, you have to give me a strategy. Now I had an idea going into the season of what I could do. But I'm in a season in my life, and I have been in a season in my life where I don't just want to do good ideas, and I don't want to do just great ideas. I only want to do God's idea. I only want to walk in his plan for my life. And so, because good ideas are good, but then they'll cost you if he's not in them.
Because there's an extra O.
There's an extra O. All right. So, so he said, don't forget the mentoring. And I said, Lord, you have to give me a strategy. I said, I'm not going to forget. I said, but you have to give me a strategy to do it. I said, I think my idea is good, but I don't want it. I said, you have to give me a strategy. And so I got a call in April. It was the second week in April. I got a call from a very dear friend of mine. We were on the phone 2 hours. And
April of 24.
April of 23.
23, okay.
And she said, we had this long, amazing conversation, and she's an extremely, extremely successful businesswoman and missionary. And the Lord has just blessed. And out of the 2 hours, she said, I want to do mentoring. She said, I want to be able to give back, but I'm so busy in this work that I'm doing. She said, I want to be able to give back and give people tools and skills. I want to be able to show them how to do this right and how to depend on God when you can't depend on anybody else. Just amazing. And I said in my heart, Lord, how can I help her? How can I help her? How can I help her? But I didn't say that to her. A week later, I got another call from an incredible pastor's wife that said, I want to be coming off my job. I've been doing 30-something years because I feel so burdened to minister just to women. And so she's like, but I'm really not into this social media where I don't know how to do it. So I just said to my heart, Lord, how can I help her? How can I help her? How can I help her? And then I had somebody come over the very next week, sit on my couch and say, I get these requests all the time of, can you teach me how to break this word down? They wanted to know, how can I get deeper in the word? You get such amazing revelation of God's word. How can you show me how you get that? And she said, Ju, I'm such an introvert and it's so many requests. I don't know how to do it. And I sat there and I said, Lord, how can I help her? How can I help her? And after that moment, 3 or 4 days went by. And after those calls, I went back to my hobbies because I said, okay, Lord, you just have to show me. How can I help these people? And I was in my she shed. Now, I don't know if you all know this, but I love doing my hobbies. I love doing my pianos and building carpentry, right? You know, that's my new hobby. That's why you got me to shed.
It's your what I always,
Carpenter Jew.
yeah. I always the only way I can describe it is I just say that Jesus is Juliet is Jesus's sister, and they're both carpenters, and there it is. That's my quickest orientation.
I love it. I'm here for.
You're a woodworking building machine.
Well, I'm here to live my life doing my hobbies, and then I do a little work on the side. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so to say that Facebook Marketplace is my friend, I love Facebook Marketplace. It loves me. The creators of Facebook Marketplace said, "Who would this be for?"
It's you.
It was me.
Yeah.
They had me in mind.
Yes,
right?
it's for you.
All right. So this guy sent me a message because I was buying some tools for my she shed, and he was like, "I sent you a direct message. Can you check your inbox?" Well, I know how to check my inbox. I didn't. I checked it. I didn't see nothing. 2 days later, he said, "Juliet, check your inbox. I sent you something." I'm looking. I don't see anything. So then I just hang around. I start poking around a little bit more in this inbox. I found an entire inbox I had never seen before. I had no clue there were so many messages in there from 2022. All the way from 22. I had no idea. I'd never seen it before. I don't even know how I got to it. I don't know how to get to it now. And it was all these messages. Hey, Pastor Ross, can you counsel, mentor me? And my heart sunk because I don't like leaving people on red. And I had no idea. Mm-hmm. And I said, Lord, some of these people were from the conference, right? Mm-hmm. I said, Lord, oh my God, I hope they don't think they had to think I just did not know. I was so brokenhearted. I said, Lord, you have to give me a strategy to how to help these people because you know I want to. Mm-hmm. And so I just began to pray. And I find myself having this conversation with the Lord of like, Lord, where do these people go? After this conference, all these people that have been here, where do they go? Like, why are they specifically reaching out to me for help? Like, are they not a part of churches? Are they not a part of community? And he was like, you can't assume that they're a part of churches. Mm. You can't assume that they're a part of a community. Mm-hmm. That's probably why they're reaching out to you because they trust you and they feel safe with you. Mm-hmm. And I just said, okay, Lord, well, you have to give me a strategy. And I said, there's so many of them and I love that, but I can't one-on-one everybody. I wouldn't have a life to do anything. Right. And I said, and I want to make sure that I'm giving them excellent, your advice and your wisdom that you would want me to give them. And so that's when he said, and I want you to build a platform of mentors that are excellent, that you can put together to support you in having a place for these people to go when you're not in the conference. And so I was like, okay, build a platform of mentors. Well, how am I going to do that? Mm-hmm. And so we go away to, so that was now the first week in May where all that ended up happening, right? So April every week lands us in the first week of May. Yep. June is when you officially, what happened in June? Oh, no, nothing in June. We went away on a trip. And then July, we went to away. Yeah,
you went to Italy.
We went to Italy. Yep, took the family to Italy. Okay.
Y'all left me. You went.
We did. Well, how did we leave? You had boy time. You had spent quality time with the boys.
That's awesome.
That's it.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, they're amazing.
They're amazing boys.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Y'all took pictures though. It was great. It was good. It was cool. Yeah, it was great.
Us going to Amalfi Coast.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And you had amazing time with the boys.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
That's okay.
I'm not bitter at all.
No, not at all.
Exactly.
So we went away, came back, and then we went to the family trip.
To Australia.
And we were there for 30 days.
Yep.
In this particular time, as much as we love Aussie, know we love Aussie. Yep. It is our
second home.
Mm-hmm. And we went away for 31 days. Was it 31 days? It's 31 days in September, April, June, November. Yeah. 31 in August.
Yeah.
No, 30,
well, we were there all of July and we came back to like the first week of August.
So we were there 31 days.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Yeah, a long time, basically. And the entire time, as much as I love that country, I could not for the life of me figure out why were we going there and for so long this time. Mm. And as much as I love it, there'd have been no other. I would have been like, I can't wait to get back.
Right.
And this particular reason, it was like, why am I here? I didn't have any hobbies. I couldn't do anything. And all I did all day was spend time reading and studying my Bible all day, every day. Isn't that all I did?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All day, every day. I think one night, you heard me singing worship songs in my dream, and you woke up and you were like, "Honey, I don't know, 80."
Yeah,
I think you're more saved.
you're
than
oversaved. There's an oversaturation of spirituality that I just don't have. She's in her sleep singing worship songs. Her spirit loves Jesus.
My spirit loves Jesus.
I'm not sure I've ever woke up listening to myself sing worship songs.
Listen. Well, anyway, I was spending lots of time with him, and I had literally that opportunity to spend that amount of time uninterrupted,
Yep.
which is not a normal day-to-day
Right.
that the average person can do.
Right, for sure.
So it was a luxury to be able to do that. And I had amazing experiences with the Lord. Then, of course, you spend that much time with him.
For sure.
He's going to present himself to you.
Right.
And so by the time we got back and my feet hit the ground, touching the ground, he said, "Okay, now you got work to do."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go." And then he was like, "Yeah, you've prayed all you can do and you've worshiped all you can worship. Now get to work."
Mm-hmm.
So then about a week later, I was like, "You know what? Tim is all right. You know what? Tim's doing great with the basement. I'm good. I don't need to do nothing." He said, Yeah. He said, "I know what he's doing. That's what I told him to do. That's not what I told you to do."
Right.
And I was like, "Say less." You know what I mean? Say less. I got you. And so I just said, "Okay, Lord, in seriousness, you have to show me."
Mm-hmm.
That was August. We got back. By September, I said, "Lord, lead me to who to call to build this platform." And he put people on my heart to walk. I literally just said, "This is what the Lord told me to do."
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "We're in.
Mm-hmm.
We're in." By October, I'm meeting web developers. Shout out to Zach at saltless.co. He did an amazing job.
Yes, he did.
And I meet a web developer. We start to tape Dearly Beloved season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then next thing you know, I'm planning for season 2, and we are now building out this entire platform of mentors. And so now it's called Mentor You. And so it's for everybody. And at first, it was initially built from the women's conference. It was
Right.
initially built from the ladies
Right.
from Whole Woman Co.
Yep.
And then I said, I can't leave my brothers out. I cut their hair for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
I
Facts.
love the brothers.
Absolutely.
And so it was like, no, we can't eliminate them. And so now we have Mentor You. Then we built out Upset the Vows, which is our marriage ministry, which we're super passionate about.
Yep.
And then we rebranded the Whole Woman Co. And then we built out the Dearly Beloved. And then we rebranded Upset the World.
Yep.
And then we built out the foundation, the nonprofit.
Yep.
And what else did we do? Stuff.
Yeah.
Building. Yeah, that's what happened. So then I remember in building the platform, I said, "Lord, what if my mentors come across people that we might need a little bit more work?" So I said, "Lord, I really want to build a counseling center. I'm not a therapist, but would you allow me to build a counseling center so that we can help more people?" I said, we've blessed our friends so much, and we get requests all the time. "Do you know any good therapists?" And I was like, "I do." And I was like, "Lord, can I build our own counseling center?" And next thing you know, I started talking with some people, some good people. And I started connecting with some people that were with us for the Peace of Mind series. And I don't know why. They just loved me enough and was like, "Ju, whatever you're doing, we're all in." And so next thing you know, it started coming together. Then I start meeting therapists. Then I start meeting people that just shared in the same vision. And now we have a counseling center. So January comes and all this has started. And then Dad gets sick.
Yep.
All right. And
Yep.
so now we're in the process of building what God told me to build. I mean, I am clear of what God said to do. And then Dad gets sick. We get the call, right?
Yep.
You were in South Carolina preaching
Yep.
the first Sunday.
Yep.
I was in Delaware that first Sunday.
Yep.
And we both came back to the news. Dad is in the hospital.
Yep.
And then for the next, 6 weeks?
7 weeks.
7 weeks, we were in that transition.
Yep.
I was at that hospital every day.
Yep.
And then still trying to keep in touch with all these people that we have gotten invested into this vision.
Yep.
And God sustained. And then when Dad transitioned to hospice, I was there.
Yep.
And then Then he went on to be with the Lord.
Yep.
We did that whole funeral.
Yep.
And then still, nobody fell off the kilter.
Yep.
Everybody was still like, we with you, Jew.
Yep. Before you go on,
Yeah.
I wanna make something very clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're really humble. And you keep saying we.
We.
I know it's we. And you were the one that put your hands to this plow. You were the one that has put in hundreds, if not thousands of hours over the last year. You were the one that held down Daddy his whole time in the hospital until he got home, while I was still traveling, still podcasting. You were the one behind the scenes that had your hand on everything. So I just want to make it very, very clear that while you're saying we, I am aware, and I want everybody else to be aware, that it was you who God graced to hold down the building of this platform through Daddy's transition to heaven. And it's something that I don't take for granted, nor is it something that is lost on me. So I just needed to make that clear. And I appreciate you for doing so.
Thank you, baby.
Yep.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
I would do it all again.
I know you would.
I love that man.
Yeah.
And we would push through.
Yep.
And so, and thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
And we still did it together.
Yep.
You held the night shift.
Yep, I did.
You held the night shift.
I did hold the night shift.
Yeah, you did.
Because Daddy worked nights for 30 years.
Yep.
So that's when I was with him.
Yep. And so we pushed through the hard things.
Mm-hmm.
We pushed through hard things in building, right? And we pushed through. We still grieve. We grieved out loud.
Yep, absolutely.
Right? And we still build.
That's right.
And we worked through, and nobody left.
Yep.
Everybody was still supportive.
Yeah, so I want to, this is another thing I want to hit on, because this might be good for other people that are married, that are doing ministry together, or they may be called to do different aspects or different things within a ministry. Very rarely can both people in a marriage have their hands on the thing.
True. Agreed.
Right?
Fully agreed.
Like God gave me the vision for the basement and the B-side.
Yep.
Therefore, my hands need to be on it.
For sure.
Because I'm the one that heard it.
Right.
I didn't hear platform.
Sure.
I didn't hear mentorship.
Right.
I didn't hear none of that.
Right.
So
Counseling center.
So counseling center. So the we in that is that we are in agreement
100%.
that we're doing this.
100%.
But it's not me looking over your shoulder.
That's right.
Like, I don't know why you doing it that way.
That's
and I need you to do it this way.
That's right.
It's
That's
like
right.
you don't want to hurt it.
That's right.
So you're the one that's supposed to steward the
That's
vision.
going to spearhead it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
spearheading it. And my support role is to ensure that you feel like you have what you need
That's right.
from me to be able to be empowered to do what you do.
For sure.
So
And vice versa for the B-side.
and vice versa, right? So I just need to say that because a lot of times people, there's a pretty high statistic that people that couples that work together in business usually burn each other out.
Right.
Or get divorced.
100%.
Or get divorced, right?
Right.
And so if you don't know when to like back off and just be like, oh, you do that part.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I do this part. And let me do what I do and you do what you do. And then we're gonna empower each other and it's gonna be grand. So I just I wanted to tease that out because that's something that
and we're still connected.
Correct.
So even with B-side stuff, you keep me abreast.
That's
you
absolutely
talk to me
correct.
about stuff about
Absolutely.
B-side and everything is open here. I talk to the team all the time.
Yeah.
I keep you updated, babe. Here's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
For sure.
It's not like it's so isolated. In fact, that was the prayer.
Yep.
Is we never want to do anything where we're completely isolated, and it's like, yeah, you don't have anything to do with what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
So I think we need to make sure that we are outlining that to what you're saying is, although we're spearheading, we're still connected.
Right.
Although we're undergirding, we're still aware of what everybody is doing and how we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're
Yeah.
checking in on each other.
Yeah.
And but no, I was telling somebody the other day, because we can get off on a whole rabbit trail on that, because I'm very passionate about it, in which, you know, in marriage in particular, a lot of times the wives hide behind the marital unit and not fulfill what God has also called them to fulfill themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by that is, before God formed you in the womb, he knew you, right? Marriages are contingent on the people, right? I told somebody the other day, God's word will not return void, but yours will. Okay? Your word will, right? So you could say your marital vows and at the time mean it. And then let something come up. And then you've turned on your own word, right? Through sickness and in health, till death do us part, for better or for worse. Well, when it got worse, you didn't want to stay, right? Your word came back void. His doesn't. So
that's stinky.
We're contingent. Prophetic words are contingent on our actions.
They're conditional.
They're very conditional.
Absolutely.
And so, but when
if my people
correct,
that are called by my name,
correct. So, in a marital unit, you have what God has called y'all to do together, for sure. And there are things that he could have called you to do, that
Correct.
there's a voice that you have,
yeah, for sure,
that your spouse may not have to that people.
Right, for
There's
sure.
almost 8 billion people in this world.
That's right.
And they're not gonna listen to everybody, but there is a sound that God has given you,
Right.
that will attract
Yeah.
who God has the ear for.
Yeah, for sure.
The ear for you.
Yep.
And so a lot of times these wives hide behind the marital unit of, oh yeah, me and my partner, we're just doing this together, or whatever he says. And it's like, well, what did God say to you?
Right.
And so they like to hide behind the marriage. It's like, no, come out, baby. Come out wherever you are. And that's what I like to do. I like to pull the passion out of people. I like to pull people out of hiding. I like to pull them out of their space, because it could be your insecurity holding you. But are you going to stay there? Are you going to allow that insecurity or that fear to keep you in that space? You'll never grow.
Yeah.
You'll never grow. Yes.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, baby.
Because I think sometimes their husbands are just dusty. So like, I don't think it's always, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, I don't think it's always like
true.
the wife is like hiding behind the husband. I think sometimes the husbands are like, you don't get to do nothing because I'm the man. And
I think that's a situation too. I think there's multiples.
yeah, for sure. I just need to call that one out.
Yeah,
because
no, and you're
sometimes there's men that are intimidated of their wives and they won't empower them
100%.
because
it's
like you married Shira.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And you can't be mad because you knew she was Shira before you married her.
Exactly.
Correct.
It's like when a dude meets a girl in a club and she had on like a push-up bra and like a mini skirt, and he's like, yeah, man, she fine. And he gets with her, and then when they go out the next week, he's like, don't wear that. It's like, nigga, this I got
right.
you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I got you with this one. Don't
Right.
Now you want me to wear a muumuu? So it's like, if you can't be mad at who you picked.
You can't be mad.
Like
at
the
who
thing
you
that
pick.
attracted you to him is now the thing you
That-
loathe, and
that's
it's like this is why you were attracted to me in the first
100%,
place.
100%.
Because I was doing dope stuff.
Yeah.
And now that I'm doing dope stuff,
You don't like
you
it.
know what? I'm
yeah.
calm down on the dope stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the insecurity in them.
Exactly. For
Right.
Sure.
So
I just needed to make sure that was
Yeah, no, 100%.
because it's both.
And it is both. And there are many other situations that falls in line with as well.
We could keep going.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
We could. I was just saying, in general, a lot of the women I've come across, they do sheepishly hide what they got Shira.
Let me tell you something. These
I
jokers so
love
fast
this
with
story
it.
so much. They're so fast with it.
And then Cinderella's dusty. Wow.
But you're right about the dusty husbands.
Yes.
Right?
Dusty.
Dusties.
I mean, they were made from the dust, so I'm actually biblically.
Yes, you're biblically accurate,
I'm
but
biblically
we want to pull
accurate.
them out too, right?
Yeah, we wanna
So if
dust
we can
them off.
address why you dusty,
Yeah, we want to dust
then you don't
them
have
off.
to be dusty no
Huh?
more.
Huh?
Okay?
We're trying to undust.
Undust you now.
We're trying to undust. That's what we're trying to do.
Let's undust the
Absolutely.
men.
Yes, for sure.
Oh my goodness. All right. So as we
Upset
carry
the
on.
dust.
Yeah. No, we're not upsetting the dust. Is that what they put in the chat?
No.
Back in the game.
That was just
Back in
mine.
the game.
Yep.
So I forgot where we left off because that was a good tangent.
Yeah, that was
Remind
a good
me.
tangent. Where you are now
Uh-huh.
is we are 1 year
Yes.
removed. We're back in now August.
Oh, we're with Dad.
Yeah, we're with Dad.
Yep.
And now you notice that nobody left while you
Yeah,
had to
we're
handle
building this
out,
whole thing.
and
I'm
nobody
checking in with the developers. We're checking in with the mentors. I'm checking in with the therapists. I'm letting them know what's going on. I'm over communicating because that's what you should do when you work with people is over communicate so that they know where you are.
Yep.
And everybody has been so supportive, so supportive. And they have partnered with me to build this vision. That's why I never say I, right? Because everything is a we.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? We built this because they stood and partnered with us.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're doing business or you're building business, a lot of individuals always want to hold everything to themselves. Well, I believe God gave me this and I just want to get out on my own. You just can't do everything on your own. Everything is a partnership in life. You have to get partners to grow. You go to the grocery store, you partner with the grocery store, you give them money, they partner with you to give them back to get groceries.
Facts.
Okay? You partner with the ground. You don't buy groceries, you grow your food, you're partnering. You're putting the seed in the ground and the ground is giving you
Absolutely.
food back. Everything is a partnership.
Facts.
You have to work, you have to partner with people to grow.
That's right.
When you hold on to things like this, even what God gives you, it will stay right here.
Hey, yo, you helping some entrepreneurs right now.
I want to help the entrepreneurs.
Because some entrepreneurs are just going to keep making cupcakes in their kitchen.
That's it.
Because they don't want to pay a vendor
That's right.
to go to the next level. Like, you can't do everything yourself.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You can be great at the one thing, and you need to delegate.
It's a control issue.
It is a control issue, but and it's a control in one sense, and in another sense, it can be fear.
Yep.
Right? Because if you don't have really the adequate tools to do and build business effectively, or seek to get to help that you need to build it effectively, then you're going to feel like somebody's going to take it.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like someone's going to do it. I mean, I've been there. I've been there. Quick rabbit trail. Do you remember 20 years ago when I had the publishing company?
I do.
Right. But when I
Vividly.
first started, we did magazines. I built we did a magazine.
Yep, in magazine.
We got that magazine in front of, was it at the time?
Dallas Morning News.
No. Yeah. But like, I think it was Essence.
Yep.
The founders of Essence.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I loved doing business. I was so early on. This was 20-something years, over 20 years ago. And I wasn't at a place that was ready for what they were saying.
Right.
And this man took my magazine in full color and he said, this thing is awesome. And he said, if I take it to Essence right now, and if I take it tomorrow in the office and show it to the execs, he said, 3 things are going to happen. He said, 1, they're either going to take this magazine and take it from you because you are not supported enough. Your infrastructure isn't set enough.
Facts.
That they will just take it, copy it, duplicate it, and you don't get anything. You will, maybe they'll hire you. And then you run that department. Or there was something else that he said. He said, or they may give you a little check and then you move off. So can you check your feelings at the door of this baby that you had and let it go?
Right. Facts.
And man, that paralyzed me. I was so scared because I didn't know what to do. And I had a great thing prematurely for the place that it could have went.
Right.
I wasn't ready for what it could, for the outcome.
Right.
And because it was my first big baby, or what I thought at the time, it was just my little, what I started. And it scared me to be like, I can't let this go. This is my baby. And so then I did nothing with it. I did nothing with the magazine anymore. I just let it go because I was scared. So fear gripped me. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just do the rest of this stuff a little bit and I just won't push too much. And I didn't know.
Yeah.
And so over time, I had to grow and I had to learn and I had to experience. And then you learn, like, you have to connect with people.
Facts.
You got to partner with people so that you can expand.
Yep.
And so all these people partnered with me. I got mentors that now said, Juliet, we believe in this vision of this mentorship platform. And then I started talking to therapists and they said, yo, we believe in everything that you're doing. we want to help you help others. Let's go. So hence, we have now launched, we soft launched the Mentor You. So we have that. We have Mentor You. If you go to upsettheworld.com, we have now launched all of our brands, which is tonight. And so I'm super happy that today we finally got all the things that was in our heart to do.
It's a big deal.
Literally a year ago.
Yeah.
A year ago, it was a thought.
It's still August.
It was in my chest.
Facts.
Lord, you want me to build a mentorship platform?
Yep.
And then it's birthed out of here?
Yep.
And then you want me to, and then a counseling center?
Yep.
And then upset the vows and then Whole Women Co. And what we're going to be doing with those, we're going to be doing conferences and retreats. That's it.
Yep.
And then we're going to have a whole counseling center and we're going to help a lot of people. And literally, y'all, it is here today. And so for the last
this
year.
studio audience is cracking me up. I'm just not used to hearing all this clapping. It's
I love
just so
it.
weird.
But you know what?
Like, am I
It
at
is
home
here.
right now?
You are home. You are home. But what the awesome thing is I got up this morning and I said, I can't believe, I like sat in the chair shocked, knowing I've been working on it. We've been working on this thing every day, day and night.
Grinding.
Y'all, I haven't been a parent. All kinds of things been neglected. I ain't been a wife. I ain't been nothing. I have been.
The sacrifice has been real.
The sacrifice has been real. Because now it is official. We have launched. It's official. We have Upset the Vows, which is our whole marriage ministry. And we've got our marriage mediators here. Do you guys remember Master Yoda and Master Yodette? Y'all, they are a part of Upset the Vows.
Yeah,
they are
are
a part of the Bomb Counseling Center. Do you guys remember that Peace of Mind series? Remember, we had those therapists here. They're right here, guys. If y'all look, Brian and Stephanie. In fact, I don't know. Can the camera see them? Look at that. They're cheering. They're already cheering.
Not the Wolf of Wall Street. It's hilarious.
I got to say this. I got to just give a shout out to Brian and Stephanie Simmons. They have been a massive, intricate part of building this Bomb Counseling Center. And they have helped me so much in putting this on. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. Y'all have been massively instrumental. I couldn't have done it without you. As busy as they are, they just kept saying, whatever you need, we got you.
Yeah.
They already have their own practice. They don't need me. But they love the vision and they want to serve you.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be offering trainings because they're amazing like that. We're going to be offering trauma counseling. We have therapists here. We got some of our therapists here with us. I don't even know if you can see them. You probably can't. But they're behind Tim. We got Justin. He's doing our teens. We got Yvette. We're doing groups. We're doing individuals. We're doing family counseling. If you got addictions, you got traumas. A lot of you guys have already been hitting me up before we even launched. So
Facts.
I am super hyped to say that TBCC, the Bomb, BALM Center is here.
Yeah.
And we got support groups for you, a lot of support groups. And I'm going to push the support groups because you know what? We need it. We need that group counseling that says you're not in this by yourself.
Right.
Everything is a safe environment. We are give me one more week and we will have, doesn't matter the language that you speak, we're going to be working that out so that your therapy can be multi-language. So I'm working on all the things. We got our marriage mediators, we got trauma stuff. So guys, you've been asking. And so I just want to finally say, our TBCC, our Bomb Counseling Center is here and ready. So you got intake forms. You got to do all the stuff you got to do.
Yep.
But we are here to help you and give you the support that you need. We got the mentorship platform going. Mentor You is right there. We got all the mentors in there, live weekly mentorship waiting for you. We got the Whole Women Co. Y'all already started. So our conference, our event is probably going to come 2025. Whoop, whoop. I'm ready. I'm ready
Whoop,
and excited. Whoop, whoop.
It's the whoop whoop for me.
It's the whoop, whoop because the whoop, whoop makes it real.
But it's
I don't know.
Spider-Man
It just
hands.
feels good on my fingers. It feels good on my fingers.
This says webs.
Whoop, whoop.
This is giving
Superman,
webs.
Spider-Man webs.
Yeah, this is giving
Whole Woman
webs.
Co.
Yeah.
So my first retreat is October 24th through the 26th for the pastors' wives. They got it already.
They're way
Let
too
me tell you
fast,
something.
fam.
Discord is so amazing. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. They are so
It's
awesome.
hilarious.
So I'm doing retreats for you ladies, okay? I cannot wait. I'm here to spend one-on-one time with you, but I can only do 10 of you at a time. And so because I want it to be intimate and I want you guys to feel safe, right? Pastors' wives,
Please.
only 6 for you, because I know you guys are so untrusting and I understand why. And so I want to give you a safe place and a safe space. And I want to walk through life with you. I just love walking through life with people.
Yes, you do, baby.
And so I'm going to create outlets. That's what I'm creating, is outlets so I can.
Yep.
And then as we're doing these retreats and these conferences, I'm going to be on the Mentee platform where we could do follow-up weekly. Okay, so I got stuff from my pastors' wives. I have stuff for, even if you're not in ministry, I got stuff for ministry people, those who are in ministry, or for those of you whose husbands, you walk alongside them in ministry, your ministry support, you need a respite too.
Yep.
So I'm here. So see, God gave me the strategy, and now it's here, ready to go.
All right, so let's get into this, because one of the things that I always talk about on The Basement is the fact that I never advise anybody to do something that I don't already do.
That's right.
Right? Like I don't, none of the stuff I say comes from theory. In the 28 and a half years that I have been a believer in Jesus Christ, Juliet can vouch for this, 26 and a half of those years has been in some form of therapy and or counseling.
Yes, for
yes
sure.
or no?
For sure.
Okay.
And I want to add this, in every stage of life that you were in.
Absolutely correct.
So it wasn't where you are now.
Right.
But 20 years ago, you had what you could get.
That's absolutely correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you had what you can get.
You get what you can afford until you
That's
can
right.
afford something else.
That's right.
Right? If your budget says Wendy's, which our budget used to say
It
Wendy's.
used to say Wendy's.
and
On
our
the dollar menu, Wendy's.
On the dollar menu,
That's what we had.
2 Texas double cheeseburgers. And if your budget says Wolf Brand chili and rice, because
that's what we ate.
that's what we ate
Almost every night.
almost every night.
And Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
And Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal in
That's
the
what we
morning.
had.
Okay, with regular milk, because our bodies hadn't changed yet.
They hadn't changed yet.
Yeah.
We didn't have kids yet.
We didn't have no kids
That's
yet.
right.
And so
That's right.
we wasn't pooting and scooting. That something happened with that cow, bro.
Look at them.
They're
they're
fast.
amazing.
So and at this stage of my life, the type of therapy that I need, the type of counseling that I need is on a different level. Now, who Juliet mentioned earlier, they abide by all the therapy laws and would never
They're awesome.
disclose their clients. I'm one of their clients, right? So we're not talking about like people that were like, go see them, and like we haven't talked to them or got like they're the reason why I haven't murdered people, probably several people. So
they're incredible.
They're great, and
we wouldn't vouch for anybody we didn't trust.
yeah, and we've walked through life with these people.
That's right.
We wouldn't recommend anybody to you that we don't know, that we don't love, that we don't trust.
Right. That's right.
And we trust these people. And a lot of these friendships are 20 plus years.
That's true.
And so here's my first challenge. My first challenge is some of you all have had the reason, I'm going to break it down like this. Some of you all have had the reason why I'm not going to step out and get counseling. Others of you have had an excuse. Some of you have had a reason. Others of you have had an excuse. And obviously the reasons are valid and the excuses are not. If you're a part of this community, you have no reason not to be mentored and not to get the help that you need. If you're a part of this community, you have no excuse not to be mentored and not to get the help that you need. I would say, and I'll say it with my chest.
Say it with your chest.
Now that we've launched this particular platform, if a year from now you talking about the same stuff that you was talking about this year and you call yourself a dweller, you are lazy. You love the community, but you don't want to do the work. And I can't tolerate that, because I want you to press B and I want you to be safe here. I want you to feel stable here. I want you to be seen, heard, known, loved. And I want you to grow.
Yep.
We should never stay the same. We should always be progressing. This is not about perfection. Listen, I've had counseling and therapy for 26 and a half years and will stay in the same way. Y'all go get y'all hair cut every 2 or 3 weeks and go get your nails done and go to the dentist twice a year and go get checked up once a year. That general physical, like you have to. There's no way you can go through life and not have your mental health checked on. It is wild to me how many people will go to the mechanic to get their oil changed, and they will go to the hairdresser to get their hair cut, and they will go to the dentist to drill a hole in their molars, and they will go to the doctor when they feel a pain. But when it comes to our mental health and our emotional well-being, I got this. I know me.
Right.
I'm not crazy. I got a homeboy I talk to.
Yep.
I talk to my homegirls. We go to the club and do shots, and then I just cry until 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't say it without laughing. Like you, and here's the other thing. You find the money for all that other stuff.
That's right.
Your cuticles is pushed back and them nails is banging, Miss Lady. But you crazy.
Wow.
Like you got some real shiny rims on that car, homeboy. But you got a father wound that you won't address. I can't trust nobody. Oh, well, you can't trust your homie. He's traumatized too.
That's right.
You can't trust your homegirl. She's traumatized too. Well, they put my business out in the street. You can pay somebody to keep your stuff private.
That's true.
The most beautiful thing, one of the most liberating things I get to do when I go to therapy is like vomit everything up. And like after 90 minutes, I'm like, goodbye. I don't have to go, so how are you doing? I just bounce. I just threw up over everybody. Just emotionally threw up all kinds of blah, childhood trauma and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, see you next week. I don't know what you're going to do with my baggage, but I'm going home.
Yeah.
Thank you. So like your body is waiting for you to get words so that you can heal. Your body cannot heal without words.
Yep.
You can stay in your feelings if you want to. You'll never heal. So
Yeah.
It's that time. Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time.
Well, and it's important, baby, because, the counseling center is a support. The counseling center is there to be, we are faith-based, all right? So all of the therapists, all of the counselors, anybody that's there doing the support groups, they love Jesus, but they know their skill and they know what they're talking about. So they're going to help you. The Mentor You University, that's walking through life with you for 12 months.
Yep.
Weekly. That is ongoing. Like you get to talk back and forth with these mentors.
Yep.
It's not videos you're watching. You get to be like, I need help in my finances.
Correct.
Get me straight over here. I'm a
Right.
single parent.
Right.
How do I do this?
Right. Absolutely.
How do I do this effectively?
Yeah.
How do I caretake for my aging parents?
Right.
And you need that support. A main reason why we built Mentor You University is to be an infrastructure for the church.
Yep.
Now, I'm here for all the businesses in corporate world, but to my brothers and sisters first, we built this for you. Why? Because we know that the average church does not have the infrastructure to support the daily ills of the people.
Right. For sure.
They just don't. They don't have a counseling department big enough.
Right.
And so I built this platform. You can we're not a church. You send your members here. Let them get every week
Yep.
mentoring, life skills,
Right.
money skills. Let them come back every Sunday. So all you got to do is worry about the sermon you got to preach.
Right.
Right? And we're going to send you back better members, stronger members, more stable members, better parents, financially better stewards. We want to equip them and equip our people to be better in all areas of their life.
Yep.
We have the infrastructure
Right.
to walk through life with people where we know that churches can't.
Yep.
right? So do the things you know to do, but that's the purpose. Is we're here to be an infrastructure and a support for you.
Yep.
And so it's imperative.
Absolutely.
It's imperative.
One of the dwellers said in the YouTube live chat, one of the excuses that people will use is that I'm not going to waste time and money for somebody to tell me what I already know. You think you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Most people that make that statement only know what's at the surface.
That's right. That's right.
I know I got an attitude problem. I know I struggle with anger. I ain't gonna spend no money for no therapist to tell me that. Yeah, but you don't know why you angry.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And most times we misdiagnose ourselves because we can't see ourselves.
Yeah. But why would we want to stay angry? Why, if we're aware that we are this way, do we really, can we honestly say we like being this way?
Right. That's that part.
Like, can we be honest with ourselves to say, yeah, I know I have it.
Yeah.
Then why do we stay?
Yeah.
Isn't there something in you that says, I want to do better and be better?
Yeah.
I can't relate to those that can't. I am such a go-getter. I'm such a, I want to do better. I want to be better for me first so I can be good for everybody else. But I don't have a lackadaisical.
No, you have a work ethic.
Yeah, and I always want to be excellent. I don't need to be perfect, but I want to be excellent in all the things that we do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just do. And so when we want God to do things in our life, we got to match him.
Yep.
And at some times and in different seasons in our life, we're not always there. I was talking with somebody on the phone 2 days ago, and we were joking, and they were just like, they were having a little counseling session with me, and I was like, the issue with you is that you tend to be a little hard-headed and stubborn. And they were like, I am? And they said, well, why didn't you tell me before? I said, I did tell you before, but before, in the season you were in, you weren't in a headspace to receive it.
Facts.
I said, now you're in a completely different season, removed from that whole environment.
Right.
And now when you ask me again, and I'm able to honestly tell you, now you're able to hear it.
Yeah.
Because your ears are different, and you're in a different space.
Yeah.
And it takes time for people to turn a corner, and it takes time for people to hear. They won't hear everything in every space. They just won't.
Yeah, you're right.
It just depends on the mode that they're in, the space and the season. And so, so to the person that could be like, I know I'm angry. Okay. And I'm hoping that there will be a time where you acknowledge that I need to change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's because that's the only time people are going to change.
Yeah.
When they're ready to change.
Yeah.
You
And sometimes that comes in
change.
time.
It does.
Sometimes time is time.
It's a waiting game.
It is.
It's a waiting game.
It is. Well, I got a couple people here. Because
Baby, you got more than a couple people.
I know. But I want to share a couple of the people because you know what? Let me tell you why the mentoring, the counseling, it's a one-stop shop platform. And let me tell you why it's important. Right now, how many churches, it seems like every week there's a pastor stepping down, somebody did something, somebody's doing something. Might be somebody doing something next week. You know what I mean?
Every 13, like on average, it's like every 13 and a half days,
Yes.
there's a pastor stepping down.
Right. And it's for
this reason right
for
here.
the same reason.
Because these jokers actually think that because they're a pastor,
That's right.
they're
See?
that
All right, now
I'm
we're
not
gonna go here.
I'm not supposed to be struggling with this, or I'm not supposed to be having this, and then they've allowed their verb to be in front of their noun to the point that
That's right.
they like nobody's ever lost their church for being attracted to nobody.
No.
You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
Like the fact that you can't tell somebody that.
That's right.
Now you've tried to contain it in your body. Whatever
That's right.
doesn't come up in your mouth, come up and out of your mouth through words will come up and out of your body through actions.
Correct.
So now you flirting, now you doing this, and now you've been inappropriate. Now you sent the DM.
Right.
When you and then all of these niggas are stepping down for some ambiguous stuff.
Well, because they don't want to be honest of what it is.
Like you know what? I may have inappropriately communicated with a few women, and therefore I'm gonna sit down now. Who has ever in life
Right.
sat down from a career
That's
because
right.
you think you were inappropriate? Just
Right.
say that you have supported a misogynistic system
right.
and you benefited
right.
from it.
That's right.
And now
That's right.
It hasn't aged well for you.
At all.
What you got away with in 77,
That's right.
you can't get away with in 2024.
That's right.
And now you're trying to conveniently step off the set.
That's
when
right.
the truth of the matter is, you're just a misogynist.
100%.
And you used to say you could say little flirtatious things to women, and they would have to take it. And there was a time when they were more amicable to it, and now these women are talking back, and I guess my season's over. No, you got a Weinstein demon.
Come on.
You got an Epstein spirit. You just have an Epstein spirit. And just because you can put Jesus over it doesn't mean that you've changed anything.
That's right.
So
come on. You talking now?
Like if somebody could like if that dude, if that woman with her narcissism, with her brokenness, with her whatever she's got going on, if she could sit down and just say, this is what I'm struggling with. You won't be any less of a woman of God.
That's right.
If you say, this is what I'm struggling with. You won't be any less than a man of a God if you just say, I have a same-sex attraction.
Right.
Attraction is not going to send you to hell.
No.
Attraction is not a sin. Our reactions to our attractions can be a sin.
That's right.
Whether it's hetero, homo, horso. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
Goat-o. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, and to your point, at the end of the day, to the core of it, if they acknowledge that there's an attraction there, what takes them to the next step is they don't want accountability for that attraction.
Yeah, they just want to keep it in the dark.
They don't want the accountability. Because if that's the case, humility says you need to go tell somebody.
Right.
To keep the accountability up, and they have not.
Yep.
And so now a lot of these leaders have not been practicing what they've been preaching. And this is now why it seems like the church is weakened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not a weak faith.
No, it's
not. So let's be very clear.
And it's not for the weak.
And it's not for the weak.
No.
Right? But people are weak.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But our faith is the faith.
Absolutely.
It is the faith.
Yeah, our faith is strong.
Our faith is strong.
Jesus
but
is
there are
our
people,
rabbi. Yeah.
Correct, that don't always adhere because they're human, right? At the end of the day, what is disheartening is when they feel like they're above doing the same things that they are challenging others to do.
Somebody went
they found them. There you go. You up there.
Found their pictures.
You up there. These guys.
It's hilarious.
Those guys in there, they are awesome. And so this is what we're doing. We are facing these topics in our group sessions.
Yep.
We're facing these topics in our mentoring platform. I got Narisha here right now. Hi, Narisha. Narisha she's going to be doing a group on our BOM counseling platform for church hurt and disappointment.
Good.
That's right.
And how to recover.
Thank you, Jesus.
Right?
That's fantastic.
In our mentorship platform and Mentor You, she's going to be walking you through that every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a deeper dive of how do we really heal from this when we're really disappointed from the failure of our leaders.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I'm going to say something that's probably hard is,
Are you not you?
no.
You going to say something hard, babe?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gentle. I try to be gentle.
Because they think it's me. They think it's just me.
Well, I'm not going to curse at anybody, baby. I'm just going
I don't do that.
I'm not going to cuss anybody out. I'm just going
Who have I cussed out?
I don't know. Have you cussed at anybody?
Not
No, you haven't
recently.
cussed anybody
No,
out.
not recently.
No, not in the last 3-4 days. No, I'm only kidding. Baby.
No, go ahead.
No, you haven't. You've been good. See, I keep throwing off my point. What was I going to say?
You said you're going to say something that might be a little harsh. My apologies.
Yes. So it is very, 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 very hurtful when our leaders fail.
For sure.
Because oftentimes the sheep look up to their leaders. And sometimes they look up to them too much to where they actually cross the threshold of idolization. Mm-hmm. So they idolize the leaders and they put them up on a pedestal, almost like my pastor can't do no wrong.
Psych.
My pastor, he would never.
Psych.
Or she would never.
Psych.
And the moment we dehumanize the leaders and we make them immortal, right? We never really say those words, but it's how we internalize
it. Yeah,
it.
for sure.
We have created them as gods in our life, and they become the God. So now when they fail and falter, we find our faith failing
Yeah.
and faltering. That's where we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people say, I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, how can I go on? And how I can't even go to church. That's because your faith was in the wrong thing.
Right.
Your faith was in the person. And sometimes that's hard to admit because we don't want to say our faith was in the pastor.
Right.
Right? Because it's a hard thing to hear.
Yeah.
But really, that's where your anchor was.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of being anchored in Christ himself.
Yeah.
1,000 pastors could fall.
Yeah.
Your faith still should be grounded. And I think a lot of times our faith hasn't been grounded. And so now, and that's okay because we got these resources to help you get back on track.
Right.
So, Narisha, the plant is
that plant that might be the plant
over
from
here.
that might be the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
listen.
It's
every
like
time.
feed me,
I
Seymour.
don't know if you
Absol-
guys can see that plant. I've had that plant for years. Can they not see it? I love that plant, and it's big and beautiful, and I've nurtured that thing. But it loves my guest.
It does.
And so
It loves,
So much.
it
it
loves
loves
my guest,
Narisha
and
a lot.
it has kissed Narisha all the time. And
Yeah.
but she keeps sitting by the plant, so I don't know if it's really the plant's fault or Narisha loves the plant as much as the plant loves
plant
it.
gives me.
A lot of positive energy. Okay, so newbie, really quick, I want you to just give a smidget about what you'll go through, or just church hurt. Just give us a smidget on what we're facing nowadays. Is church hurt and disappointment, and
Yeah.
how we can recover.
Well, first, I want to just say that church hurt is real.
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes the structures of church do not offer the opportunity for people to talk about their issues with church without them becoming the problem.
Correct.
So I want to create a space that is safe for you to bring your church hurt, that we can walk through the issues of what happened while you're holding on to your faith, because sometimes
Yep.
we get so disappointed in what we've experienced in church that we don't know what to do with this faith that we've developed at the
Right.
same time, because
Right.
we marry the two.
Right.
And so my goal is to help you feel heard and feel seen, to acknowledge that your church trauma, your church abuse, maybe even,
It's
is
real.
real.
It's real.
But how do we synthesize that with scripture
Right.
and talk about the
Good.
system of the church versus the bride of Christ
Right.
and what that should look like?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. No, much needed. That's power, because that's exactly what we need, and we need somebody to kind of walk through life with us in that way. Brian and Stephanie, you're right there next to them. They're not talking about church hurt, but I just want you guys to say something, because they have been very instrumental in me creating this counseling platform, and we want to offer all the things. We want to be able to train other therapists. We want to be able to help people walk through the traumas that they have. And there's some of you out there who have been abused by the pastors. And I want to say that because that's unfortunate. And you don't feel like you have a voice and can say anything because they've manipulated you so much to say, you know, you'll ruin everything if you say something.
Right.
You'll ruin everything. You know what I mean? And don't expose the man of God.
Right.
Right. And I've also seen women pastors that have taken advantage of men and
Oh, for sure.
manipulated them.
Oh, for sure.
And so there's some of you out there that legitimately have major issues, not with the church, but the leaders in the church who represent the church. And that has thwarted a lot in you. And so a lot of times, I'm sure Brian and Stephanie has had to deal with a lot of those traumas of the sexual violence part of it as well. And I'm sure you guys have come across a lot of things that that deal with church hurt too. Especially as of late, yeah. Yeah, as of late, yeah, for sure. For sure. Anything you guys want to say to that? You have to put the mic
I just
up
don't
closer.
think you can take the brokenness out of church, you know, or else it's not
Yeah.
really church anymore.
Facts.
Great,
you know?
Brian.
That's actually
That's
facts.com.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, at the point where we don't need anything anymore from that place that
That's
we go to
right.
for safety,
Awesome.
then there's a problem. And
Come
so,
on.
you know, looking at it as anything other than that is going to leave, you know, your expectations are too high.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because that
awesome.
means
That's awesome.
we need to normalize brokenness.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah.
We got people walking through the doors that think I need to like get my stuff together quick so that I can stay in this club. When the truth of the matter is, like, if the pastor just got up and said, I'm weak
Right.
and I still struggle with this, and this, it would be like, oh, I feel so much better. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, there is no temptation that has overtaken you, but such as is common
Common to man.
to man. It didn't say uncommon,
Right.
right? So the fact that we're still shocked by people's brokenness
Right.
within church is, I think, one of the reasons why it can't be safe enough for people with brokenness.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought we were there to worship something better than us. Isn't that?
Come on.
Isn't
Brian.
That the purpose? So
Brian.
yeah,
We go to church to worship something better than us. Correct. That's strong.
Someone far better than
Come on.
us.
Far better than us.
Not like a little bit better.
That's right.
So yeah,
No,
that's
it's
the
incredible.
yeah. If we could normalize brokenness, then I think everybody would kind of like relax.
We just don't have to stay there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
we
we normalize that this is what this is,
Yeah,
and
this is what it
everybody
is.
has an impairment somewhere.
Yeah. Absolutely.
but-
And it doesn't need to. You don't need to languish in it, nor does it have to
Correct.
hinder you. You don't have to live in a state of victimhood for the rest of
Yeah.
your life. Like, you can acknowledge what the weakness is and the brokenness is, and be like, and then you can Maya Angelou that joint. Still I rise.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not using the fact that I lost my father as this crutch for 10 years and the reason why I won't do better, and I didn't have a mom growing up, and therefore,
Sure. But you know what? A lot of it is with a lot of different doctrines and churches and belief systems. A lot of people are preconditioned to the way church is and how it should be. They're taught this is how you treat the pastor. The pastor is put up on this pedestal. It's indoctrinated.
breeding
in a
ground for
lot of-
narcissists.
A lot of denominations.
Yeah, the church is a breeding ground
lot.
for narcissists.
Yeah, but so now when it's in bed and then that's what you know,
Yep.
you have to be
Deprogrammed.
deprogrammed
Absolutely.
to even take on the challenge, to even think, he said that? He said he's weak today? How can I be okay with that?
Yeah.
It takes a deprogramming. So there's a lot of steps involved when pains and poor narratives become systemic, and poor doctrines become systemic in people's lives because they take it on like this is law for me. Does that make sense?
It
When
makes
you are
perfect sense.
teaching something a certain way and you are part of a denomination or a doctrine that this is how this should be, and you believe that, that becomes part of your belief system. So when it is time for you to change from that belief system, it is hard to acknowledge something different. It takes counseling, it takes therapy.
Right.
Did that make sense, or was that confusing?
No, makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. We're
It
saying
takes,
the
and
same
it
thing.
takes time to deprogram people
Absolutely.
from something that they've been listening to and from something that they have been indoctrinated in for years.
Well, I think the more healthy people that we create, the emptier broken churches, the emptier narcissistic systems will be.
Correct.
Those guys aren't going to change. You just have to stop putting up with their BS.
That's right.
And only a healed person can make different decisions.
That's right.
A broken person is going to keep making the same decision, but a healed
Yep.
person would be like, I'm not doing that dance with you no more.
Yep. Yep.
You're not getting no third offering out of me.
That's right. The light bulb comes on.
The light bulb comes
If
on.
the light bulb finally
but
comes
when a person starts doing their work, they start to see
That's
everybody else's dysfunction.
That's right.
And they start to see the places they participated in it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
like
right.
that's like one of the things people have to do is like, you have to acknowledge I actually played a role in this broken
You
system.
gotta acknowledge your
Yeah,
part
yeah.
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
the reason. I'm part of the reason why you have a Bentley.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you've never sold a book.
And sometimes your parents are part of the reason why. And you got to acknowledge that maybe your parents had a role.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
you're-
sometimes a hard thing for people because you don't want to dishonor your parents.
Yeah. Some people glorify their parents, and if you glorify them, you'll never be honest about the ways in which they could have hurt you,
That's right.
advertently or inadvertently.
That's
like
right.
even when a person says, "Hey, I grew up in a great family and with healthy parents," I'm like, they still hurt you.
That's right.
I promise you, they did.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Even in
Somewhere.
a healthy family,
Yeah.
unless these were the Huxtables, whose every word was informed by a child psychologist, you were missed at some point,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And so, yeah, that's important.
Yep.
That's important. All right, let's get some people. Let's
Some
rotate.
questions?
I want some questions from the people. Them.
Yeah.
They already started asking. They were asking about, do you take insurance? They started asking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'd have to scroll back up. But I started seeing some stuff.
Yep.
But I want to know what the people them think.
Yeah, let's
right
ask.
now.
We got our Master Yoda and Master Yodette here. We have Justin Ellis. He is a licensed therapist for your teenagers. You know, a lot of your teenagers are going through anxiety and depression. He got a group for them. He's like, he loves them. And I got to say, we have a couple of groups for the men as well. Well, we everything is definitely for both the genders, but there are some groups just for men, because my brothers, I know that you all don't often have a safe space to talk to. And sometimes you may feel like maybe your girlfriends or your family members or your wives may not understand you. Maybe y'all always bicker and argue, and you don't have another man that you can just talk to. And so I really wanted to make sure that we created safe spaces for you and these groups for you to know that this is a space, right? None of this stuff that you see on the counseling center is going to be clipped and be clips for Instagram. No. This is a safe place for you. And I want you to know you don't have to be silent. I hear, because I've done barbering for so many years. I have such great relationships with men, and when I'm fading, they talking, right? Because I've already got them open. The fact that I'm in their head, right? They're already vulnerable now. They've let their guard down, and so they begin to just share. And so all the stories are the same, which is, I just don't feel like I have a safe place to talk to. I can't find another brother that I feel even comfortable with to share without them thinking less of me.
Right.
You know, or without them feeling judged, or without me feeling like I have to be more of a man, or, you know what I mean? Show up more masculine the way they're expecting. And, or I don't have another guy friend that I could probably express my feelings and they don't take it wrong. See, all these things I'm aware that men struggle with often, that don't feel like they haven't had healthy environments
Right.
to really express that or be around other strong men that can contain them. And so I wanted to make sure that we had a place for you, that, you know, we got some groups for you. We have freedom groups for you. We have men peer support groups for you. For those of you who are married, I got Master Yoda and Master Yodette. How much better can we get, right? And
Yeah, they're dope.
They're amazing. They're right there behind us. So they do our marriage intensives like 2 days. Like, so you got to carve out 2 days. They're big time. And so, but they're going to get you right. So for those of you who are in like dire crisis, that's who you go to.
Hey, so
Questions, what we got?
one of the questions that's most reoccurring is, do we take insurance?
Yeah. So I deeply apologize. We do not take insurance, but we do take your FSA cards and your HSA cards. And
Flex spending
so,
accounts?
Yes, your flex spending accounts. All that is fine, because it is mental health, and we can provide you with the super bill that you need. And so hopefully your insurance can reimburse you. The group counseling sessions, right? So it's not just you in there, max 10 people, but they're all of the same mind. Those are pretty affordable. Your one-on-one counseling sessions are still affordable. And it doesn't matter, even if you're across state lines, we still have, we have some options for you, and we're still growing. I'm still interviewing therapists that are coming in. And so we are going to keep growing. This is just the start. And so, but I am so excited. But no, we will not take insurance, because they're just a headache, being honest with you. I heard that they were a headache. So we're going to keep it easy. What other questions you got?
We got people that like want to help out.
Yay.
They're like, hey, somebody's provided their info and their contact info. There's somebody else that
Awesome. Thank you.
has DM'd you.
Thank you.
Interested in joining in order to boost their coaching practice.
Come on.
So
Yep. Come on.
we
So,
could wind up.
Yeah. So for our therapists, of
Is there
course.
financing
For what?
for
Mentor You?
Mentor You?
There is
'Cause
Klarna,
counseling.
Afterpay, and Clear and Affirm.
Got you.
And you can pay by credit card. So Affirm, Klarna, ClearPay, those will give you financing options for Mentor You. And I think somebody recently asked me, they said, can you get Affirm up there? Which I realized it wasn't up there before. And so we went and we got it up there. And they were like, Affirm will get you going even after bankruptcy. And so no matter what your credit is, I said, okay, do what you got to do. So
Firm is 280, and you can still make your payments. 280.
your credit
My credit score is 280.
Yeah,
But
that's the benefit of Mentor You. We want them to get in there because we do try to help you get your finances right.
Right.
We want you to get your retirement straight, right?
Right.
It's learning, it's growing. So we have all those tools.
Somebody wants to know, how about those of us outside the U.S.?
Yes, honey, you can come too. I can't wait to see you. In fact, I cannot wait to do a campaign for our Latin American community, our Portuguese, our Brazilian community, our African community, our European community. We're going to be getting things translated into multi-languages because I do not want language to be a barrier for you. So I promise you, I have all these things in the work. It will be up very soon. Even our website will be having the translation options because it is so paramount for me to make sure that other languages can have access to everything that we're doing, even in the mentorship platform, on the counseling platform. So yes, if there is a specific payment or something that you need for out of the country, then let me know and we can make sure that we have a specific payment method for you if you don't already see it. But language won't be an issue. That I can tell you.
Yeah, this person that asked the question is asking about the Caribbean, and it's like,
Come on, Caribbean.
come on.
Yep.
They
They
want to know.
use the Caribbean uses. Well, it depends on where in the Caribbean they are.
Yep.
Yep. So DM me or send the email to, if it's for Mentor You, what's our emails? We got so many. Please go on the site and you'll just see like a support or a get in touch with and click that email and the team will get back with you on, is there a particular currency that you need or a payment method that will convert? And we'll make it happen. I will do everything to make sure everybody gets the help that they need. I just will make it happen.
And we'll make sure we link upsettheworld.com. Yeah. We'll make sure
Yeah.
everybody has it.
Yep.
Like some of these questions, y'all, and please receive this in love. Just go to the site,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be answered for you.
Yep. If you go to upsettheworld.com, that you will go to the top of the page. Even if you're on your mobile device, you can hit the little 3 lines menu button, and that will literally pull up all these brands we've made.
Yep.
It's everything there. You'll even see B-Side there. There's B-Side app. There's Mentor You. There's the Bomb Counseling Center. There's Whole Woman Co. You can sign up on our email list, and we can always update you on all the things we have doing because, honey, we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're coming, or I'm coming. I just been building. Now I can actually come out and play.
Now you're about to come out and play.
Now I'm about to come out and play. So you're going to be like, what's she doing next? What are we doing next? We're doing all the things within the world. We're doing all the things within Upset the World, and we're going to have a great time. So, yeah. So what are any other questions?
No. Anybody else that you want to get on to talk?
Yeah. Anybody? Mel? We got Mel right here. Mel, quiet. She said, she's laughing. Come here, Mel, just for a second. Let them see this pretty face. Just come right here. I love you, Mel.
I love you too, girl.
Do y'all see this beautiful woman right here? Okay. Mel, you wanna swap out? Come on, y'all. Come on, Justin. Come on, Yvette. Let me. Who can fit? We can only do 3.
This is squarely. This is such a Juliet thing to do.
Is this a Juliet?
Juliet is going to rotate everybody out, and she wants everyone seen.
I want them to be seen. They done came. Well, let's see them.
yeah,
Who can we fit in there?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
we'll get y'all in a minute. Listen. All right, we have. You guys are awesome. They came to join the party tonight, guys. So on our, well, I don't know what section she is, but you see Milani Ismail right there on the corner by Narisha's plant. She's by the plant. Right? So Mel is on our Mentor You
Now
platform.
that plant gonna eat you up.
Yeah. She loves the plant. So Milani is on our Mentor You platform. And she's so smart. She's a creative. She's into music. She's in the arts. She's into everything. She's into business. She has an amazing nonprofit for youngs and teens that she does right out here in DFW to give our young teens a creative space to be. And it's called the Fun Factory. And she has been so kind enough from the 21 Jump Street. When I called her, I said, Mel, I got this passion in my heart. Is this something that lines up with you? She was like, Ju, absolutely. And so she is on our platform and she does creatives in business. So for all of you out there who are creative, who are really like just genius, and you can deliver an amazing product, but you don't really come on time, you don't start work on time, you don't really have any business acumen, you don't really have any business skills, this is why she's here. She's here to be like, listen, you have an amazing gift. Now let's hone in on your business. Now let's hone in and let people know that you exist. Am I wrong, Mel?
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm the poster child for what you should not do. And I love it that it's so, you said from day one, I want you to be transparent.
That's right.
And that's why I appreciated it the most.
Yep.
Is because I didn't want to come into a situation where I couldn't talk about the failures.
Yeah. Oh,
Where, you know, there were times that I was paralyzed with fear and other things. And I really wanted to be honest and open with people about the reality of being an entrepreneur and how hard it can be. And,
Yes.
you know, it's got these peaks and these valleys. It's got
Yeah.
that broke and that unbroke and
Yep.
the dusty and the not
Right,
dusty.
right.
It's been a tough road. So
Right.
when you said be transparent, that I'm all in. Because
Yeah.
if I can save someone time,
That's right.
money,
That's right.
resources,
That's right.
then I've done my job.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's what I wanted, because Milani is going to be honest with you. And
Facts.com.
And that's what I said to her. I said, I don't want this to be talking heads. I want us to walk through life with people and say, hey, where are you at? What have you started? Where is this going? Have you got your business structure done? Have you gotten this done? Like, you got a great product. Now, are you on time? You can't have this, I'm a 21-year-old, young, creative, and then I just kind of can free flowing. That only lasts for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Milani is been there. She's been there. She's done that. She's experienced it. And she has been in there talking about, let me save you time and then give you the tools and resources to get you up and going, to get you up and running. And so I just appreciate you, Mel, because
thankful to be a
that's
part.
everything about this platform is about transparency. So there is no judgment. When I tell you it is the most judgment-free zone, right? It is the point of it is to say, where are you? And if you're like, I don't know anything that I'm doing, then it's okay. Let's start from point one and let's get you right. That's the purpose.
And what's so dope, I don't have to be everything to everybody.
That's
which
right.
takes pressure off of me. There are things that I don't know financially, things that I don't
That's
know.
right.
But you guys have covered everything from accountants. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always referring and saying, hey, listen, go over here, get all of, it's such a one-stop shop
Yeah, thank you.
that is brilliant.
Thank you.
So I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you. No, and that's the goal. You know, when we started this thing, I had said, Lord, you know, back in the day, we have a new word for it now called what is it? Home groups, life groups at home from church. But back then it was mentoring. It was one-on-one mentoring.
Facts.
And when you got
discipleship.
when you got into church, they say you need to connect with this person.
Yeah.
And we never took the account to say, what is this person even going through to take on another person to walk through life with?
Right.
And so now as the mentor, you feel obligated to be their end all.
Yeah.
Answer all their questions, be
Right.
their prayer partner, give
Right.
them money, bail them out of jail,
Right.
answer all their questions. And so as mentors, oftentimes we have given out of our lack.
Yeah.
We have given out of the wisdom we didn't have because we didn't want to fail the person just coming in church.
It's facts.
And so now we've put in such unfair expectation to these mentors in some areas that we were strong in, we were able to give them everything. But in other areas, we forced to make sure that we didn't disappoint them. And so when I built this platform, we're going to get there. When I built this platform, I said, I'm not going to tell you what I want you to offer on the platform. I want the passion that's inside of you to come out.
Facts.
And so I said, what are you passionate about?
Right.
And that's going to be the only thing you talk about, and y'all are going to talk about that channel.
Yep.
So in the platform, I have all these channels that you have access to of people that are skilled and that have experience in just their area.
That's right.
They're not giving you anything.
That's
if
right.
you're talking to Mel about business, if you're going to her, it's because you're a creative in business.
Right.
You're not going to her for single parenting.
Right.
We got somebody else in there that has been doing single parenting and being successful at it and being amazing.
Right.
You just jump in her channel.
Right.
And you have access to all.
Yep.
So everybody's in their lane and you get the whole shebang of what you need. Yeah, what was you going to say?
No, I just wanted to co-sign that your point about mentorship, it's not one size fits all.
No.
And I think we've done this a lot with our pastors as well, right? Our
Yep.
pastors are like, they're going to tell us how to have the most successful marriage, and they're going to tell us how to have the best business acumen and financial stewardship.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell us how to have the greatest prayer life of all time. And they're going to tell us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
And they're not wrong.
you suck at something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. They
don't-
have good advice. That doesn't mean they apply it to their own life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and so we have everybody has a specific lane because
That's
we
right.
have everybody in their sweet spot.
That's right.
Which means you go to any one of those channels and you're going to get somebody that is passionate about what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get nobody that's just
That's
like,
right.
"Hey, I'm here and
Right.
let's see what I'm supposed to." I'm here to walk you through how to traverse the darkness of the soul. Hey,
How to
every-
traverse the darkness.
Hey,
of the soul.
everybody. Everybody has a midnight of the soul experience, and I just want to tell you, if you have a prayer life, you'll get through it. Shut up.
Oh my
You don't even know what a midnight of the soul is. You ain't lost nobody. You ain't had no damn Job experience at all.
Oh my goodness.
So like everybody's in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
All right, I'm hungry. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
talk to you people. I'll be right back.
Yvette. Yvette is coming next. Hi, Yvette. Yvette is our mentor on the platform, and she's also on the Bomb Counseling Center side. And she talks about finding your identity. And a lot of us don't know our identity or who we are. And so Yvette goes in there and she's extremely transparent. She's my tearjerker. And she is going to go in there, and even if she's having a bad day, she'll let you know. Because I don't want the mentors to be superheroes. I want them to be human with you. Right? I don't want them to be heroes that they cannot make mistakes or have feelings. Like, no, we are walking through life with you. And sometimes our mentors are also walking through life while they're walking with you. And so, but Yvette is so transparent, and she helps you find your identity. She shares her story. She is awesome. You want to say something, Yvette?
I want to say
Chuckles,
that
chuckles.
In the journey of finding who you really are, finding your true identity, I take people from forgiveness to freedom.
Yep.
And you can't be free until you forgive.
Yep.
And it's a journey. I tell them that they have to go through the death, burial, and the resurrection process.
Yep. Come on.
Because the death process, that's when you're going through the pain and you're dealing with all that pain, right? And just kind of like reliving it, but talking it out. And the burial process is now you've gone through the pain. Now you're eulogizing that pain and you want to bury it,
Yep.
right? And so when you get to that part of burying that pain after you've come through all that hurt, then you go through the resurrection process where you're coming alive.
Yeah.
You're like, now, okay, I'm coming out and I'm going to freedom. And so that is the process that I like to take them through.
And that's a great process. And it's understanding that there is a death, acknowledging you did die, the hurt of getting out of that. And then when you finally get above water,
Yes.
you are able to find a freedom and a joy like you hadn't before. And so you've been walking people through a lot of their freedom in the platform.
And I tell them it's
so
a process. It's not an overnight.
Yep.
And I deal with a lot of women that have a lot of mother issues. They have a lot of mom hurts.
Yep.
They have a lot of rejection, abandonment, and so it's hurtful, you know.
Yeah.
And I do talk to people from their childhood.
Yep.
I was like, tell me about your childhood. Let's go through that. And
Yep.
so
Yeah.
that is
She walking
that is
through
the
life with
process.
you.
Yeah.
Walking through life with you. So
And I
yeah.
love it. I want to see the people free. I want to see them
Yeah.
healed. I want to see them find who they really are,
Yep.
so that they can be their true selves and show up
Yep.
as their authentic self.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You sound
No.
pretty excited about it, Yvette.
She's been doing amazing on the platform.
Channel been popping.
There's single parenting on there. There's your finances. There's quite a bit of things. Quite a bit of channels. There's Brian who was sitting there. He's actually in our Mentor You platform as well, and he navigates the science of God with the neurosystem. So how when we read our Bible, how it's the same nervous system in the Bible days as it is now, and how God had to regulate them, and how He still does it today.
Hey, let me just say this.
It's just incredible.
Brian's revelation about the Bible and the neurosystem.
It's incredible.
I wanted to throw my shoe at him, which in the black church is a huge
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
But when his chair's right here and the couch is right here, that's not a compliment.
Right.
That
Right.
is assault.
That's assault. That is
That
assault.
is a misdemeanor.
Yep.
And so I didn't want that smoke.
Yeah.
But it was so good.
Oh no, he's excellent.
It was so good.
He gives excellence, and it's things you're never thinking about. He's saying stuff you're never breaking down. Like that's absolutely. That's
I was today years
brilliant.
old. I was like, am I even saved?
Yeah. No.
Has this been a Bible the whole time? or
Brian's
did it just
excellent.
get here?
Yep.
That's dope.
I've got a chiropractor on there. She's helping people out while they on their walks. She's talking about health and wellness. She's talking about sleep. She's talking about why people aren't sleeping at night. They're not resting. Their pain management. I got some more people coming on. We're going to onboard them shortly. I mean, it's a lot. We got Justin here. Hey, Justin.
Justin's in the building.
Come on, Justin.
Hey.
Hey, Justin. So Justin is on our BOMP Counseling Center side, and he's a therapist, so he'll do one-on-ones with you and all that. And he also does some groups for the men, and he does the groups for the teens. And so for those, I think he narrowed it to 15 to 17, but he helps them walk through
good
all the
age.
stuff that they're doing, their anxiety and their depression. You want to say anything, Justin, even really quick? I know.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
I know this is your favorite thing to do, Justin.
Yeah, I'm usually behind the scenes, but I'm excited to work with this. My background is marriage and family therapy, so I like working with teens, couples, men specifically as well, and just excited to just work. I like working with the teens because at that age they're kind of asking themselves, "Who am I?"
Right.
Yep.
And so I work at my full-time job. I work at a high school with teenagers, so just I see them on a daily basis. They're kind of going through a lot, so I'm just looking forward to having a support group for teenagers and also just working with the teenagers as well, and just also doing a support group for the men and just being support for them, a safe place for them emotionally. Because a lot of men that I've talked to over the years, usually I'm the first person they talk to speak about something they've gone through, and so just providing a support for them amongst other men, just kind of bringing about that healing. For
Yeah.
them. So I'm excited.
Justin, I have two teenage boys. One that's 16 now, one that's soon to be 14. Would you work in a public school? What are some of the recurring themes that you hear that these teenagers are struggling with or going through?
I would say mainly just some of them are afraid of the future. I think I asked a question during the beginning of the year, like kind of a transition camp where ninth graders were coming in. I asked them, would you rather be a teen forever or an adult forever? And I know when I was growing up, I was excited to go into adulthood, but a lot of them said they'd rather be a teen forever. So that was something that was kind of insightful as far as just kind of seeing why they want to remain a teen. And some of them have been just afraid of the future. I feel like they have a lot of things coming at them.
Yeah.
They don't know as far as decision-wise, like what they are wanting to do in the future. They don't have to have it all together, but they just have so many things coming at them to where it's kind of like information overload.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Man, that's really insightful because I would have answered the question the same way as them, but for a different reason.
Okay.
I'd have said teen forever because
oh yeah.
that way I could just keep having my daddy and my mama pay for everything. And I could just blissfully just play, but not because I'm afraid that when I get older.
Yeah.
But it's actually true. They're like teenagers are driving later than they ever did.
That's
They're
right.
moving out of their parents' house. Like it's almost like anything to delay responsibility.
Right.
I don't want to do it.
Right.
So it's like I was excited to get a driver's license when I was 16. A lot of these
Right.
teenagers like miss me with that.
Yeah.
You know, because that means I'm gonna have to grow up. That means I got another layer of responsibility. Well, it's time for you to get it. You can get a summer job. That means a bill. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? I
Right.
was happy to get out, but they're
It's
in that.
different type of stresses. This day and age is just different.
It's too much information.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
blissfully ignorant to stuff that my kids know right now that I didn't know until
You wouldn't
I was
have
like,
known at their age.
I would have known when I was like 22,
Correct.
23.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, thank you, Justin, for what you're offering. And so we have a lot of groups. I can't wait to I want to actually flood it with groups. But yes, we do have, I saw some questions. We do have anything for traumas as well. Licensed therapists, we have care professionals. We have things for you. And so you can go to the BOM Counseling Center. You can go to Mentor You. If you go to Mentor You and you have too much deep stuff, we're going to send you back to the counseling center to get your counseling going.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because the mentoring, we're walking through life with you
Right.
and your stuff. So
Yep.
they're there every week to help you. And we have life coaches in there that you get 8 hours of life coaching. Along with that, business coaching, finance coaching. Like, listen, I just want to make sure y'all are okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you are seen and touched in every area. Well, that sounded bad. I didn't mean it that way. I want to make sure that you are seen in every area and that what we're offering touches you in the area of your life that you need it.
You fixed it.
Yeah, did I fix it? Yeah.
Hey, I need to say something real quick.
Yes.
Like you were talking about that point. Like if you got too much issues, we're going to send you
Yep.
back to the therapy side because the mentors can't be doing that. And like the Holy Spirit just brought to my memory, like some of y'all ain't helping your friends.
Are not helping your friends?
They're not helping their friends by being the listening ear.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Because they keep unloading on you, but they're not getting better. And then after a while, it becomes a drain. And you look down at the phone, you're like, oh my God, here they come again.
Mm-hmm.
And you think you're being a good friend. Well, I just want to be there for them and I just want to listen to them.
Yeah.
You need to encourage them like, girl, you need some therapy. And like,
Yeah.
I can't call it, girl. I can't help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you
for sure.
told me 5 times.
Yeah.
Your baby daddy is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But you haven't left.
That's right.
You also haven't left.
That's right.
You've stayed in an emotionally absent relationship.
That's right.
And you keep telling me about it and I'm listening,
Yep.
but I can't help you.
Yep.
So we need to just like stop pacifying your friends. Maybe I should say it that way.
Well, you're handicapping them.
Yeah, that's it.
You're
That's
handicapping
it.
them because you can't help them anymore.
Yeah.
You're limited, and there's no shame on that.
No,
You're just
exactly.
giving all
Yeah.
that you can.
I can't help you no more.
And so you got to encourage them now to get further help.
Yeah, for sure.
It's something that I tell people, baby, we've done this for a very long time. We've marriage counseled people. And the first thing I do when I marriage counsel somebody, I lay the foundation before we even start. And I say, at any point that I see there's no growth, I will back out.
That's what you say.
If I can't help you anymore, I will cut the ties and say, you need to go somebody that can help you way more than I can. Because what are we doing here if there's no growth?
Juliet has a 3-strike system. Let's just keep it a buck. Juliet's like, after 3, I ain't messing with you no more. Tim will still be here with you.
Tim will be there.
Tim
will be there.
Tim's way more patient.
Yeah, well.
You're done. And they're like,
Well, you know what?
and then that 5th session comes and it's just me. They be like, where's Juliet? Oh, I didn't
just
even know
can't-
I struck out.
Well, no, it's just that I can't keep telling you the exact same thing over and over and over and over, and you haven't even done it the first time. You didn't do anything the first time you asked, and then the second time it's okay. I gave you what would be the best thing. And if you just keep coming back with the exact same thing and you haven't done anything, then I have to go, because now I feel like my time is being wasted, right? And
It's the only place that she's not like Jesus.
that's it, probably. I don't have it. I just don't have it in me to keep repeating myself over and over and over.
For sure.
Right, to adults, right? Like really a large amount of times. So large is probably 3. Tim is saying my large amount is 3.
3. It's 1, 2, 3. And you're out of there.
I'm out of there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I set the expectations from the beginning, right? I let
you
them
do.
know. I do. I let them know from the beginning. I will communicate. I like to communicate for sure. Okay, so I think we have just one more set. I want y'all to say hi to Master Yoda and Master Yoda. I don't know if you guys
Rotate.
see them. Let's rotate
Get this
out.
rotation going. We got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, all right. Get in there with Master Yoda and Master Yoda.
Yoda and Yoda is one.
Their names, right. I'm so used to
This is
calling
Sean
them that.
and
I'm
Lynette
so sorry. It
Reed.
is. Their names are Sean and Lynette.
You have not called them by their
I
government
know, I
names since
know.
they've been here.
I don't remember the last time I've called them by their government names. I
Yoda
love
and
them.
Yodette is
But you know
wild.
what? It's such a compliment to them and who they are. I never say that as. See, there they go. See? Teach you, I will. Listen, they are, but that's such a compliment to who they are. They are just such gifted marriage mediators and mentors, and I love them super much. So thank y'all for being here. We got Sean and Lynette Reed. That's their real name, guys. What's up, y'all?
Tim, where's the
Yeah. We had to verbally do it. Yeah, we had to verbally do it. And then we brought Stephanie Simmons back because I wanted to. She's so quiet and she's such a powerhouse. Stephanie Simmons, Dr. Stephanie Simmons, if you want to be really technical. I don't exaggerate. If you guys see her bio, it's like 80 pages. And then out of the 80 pages, 60 of those pages are like all of her certifications. The woman is a brilliant mind. She is a genius woman. And she is very skilled in what she does. She does tons of trauma therapy. But she is like our trainer for the platform. She will be putting on a lot of, her and Brian, they will be doing a lot of the trainings. She'll put on trainings for clinicians. And some of her specialties that she loves is training other clinicians. So you've got to be, she trains advanced techniques on dealing with narcissism, so how to train the clinicians to deal with narcissism. Am I saying this right? Yes, I know I am. I got it. I'm just messing with you. She also trains clinicians on advanced training techniques on those who are sexual predators and sexual violence abusers, and all the things. You want to say anything more, Stephanie? I mean, she can offer any trainings, and so
breathes, we can train on it.
yeah. If it breathes, we can train on, yes. And that's what she does. And her and Brian, too, are big advocates and supporters of those who have been in sex trafficking industry. And so we will definitely have a support group for that as well, 100%. And but they are massive advocates. But go ahead, Stephanie. I'll let you tell a little bit more what you do and how you train and all that good stuff.
Training's our jam, man.
Yep, that's her wheelhouse.
Love it. You can give someone a fish or teach them to fish. So what Brian and I really do with our passion with the training and the consulting we do is try to equip professionals and paraprofessionals on all the basics of what is trauma, what happens with the nervous system, what is neurophysiology, what is the current research, what is effective in treatment, and what don't waste your time with. And if you can teach people in the helping profession just the very basics and then move on to the advanced concepts, you are equipping so many people that can go out and help thousands, if not millions.
Yep.
And we do so many providers, whether you're a professional, paraprofessional, a mentor, or even just somebody that wants to log in and listen to a training just so they can understand their family or their friends better.
Yep.
If you can understand the basics of how God designed us and how we everything is about relationship and it's all about love. We can read the Beatitudes, we can read, the fruit of the Spirit, but how do we implement that when we're in a stress response, when our
Right.
emotions are hijacking,
Right.
our entire nervous system is hijacking our free will? And what do you do with that? We're living in that shame. And how do you get back to center where you can hear the Holy Spirit? And
It's
you
good.
can't hear God guiding you. And Scripture tells you to do differently, but you can't because your nervous system has hijacked you.
Wow.
And it will be the antithesis of living in shame.
Yeah.
Because we know with Scripture that, shame is of Satan. It is not the peace that surpasses understanding.
That's
if we
right.
were living in, a dysregulated nervous system, and we don't even know what that is, much less what to do about it, then we're going to live in shame.
Yep.
And we're not going to realize that we are captured. We're captured by anything Satan wants to do to pull us away from God,
That's
pull us
right.
away from being able to be love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, because it takes a calm, regulated nervous system to do so.
That's right.
So the
That's
easiest
right.
way Satan can hijack us from our Lord and being able to live in love and connect with others, because there's healing in the rapport, there's healing in the safety, there's healing in the relationship,
Yep.
is to get us dysregulated.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
we'll get on medication and we'll read self-help books and watch Dr. Phil and then get frustrated.
Did you say watch Dr.
I
Phil?
said Dr. Phil. Because he knows all.
Oh my goodness. She's joking, guys. She's
I
joking.
am joking.
She's joking. Yeah.
But
no.
if you can get just basic understanding of what is happening to us, then you're more equipped to do your job. You're more
Yeah.
equipped to do whatever kind of ministry that God set you forth to do, whether that is in a professional setting or, playing bunco with your girlfriends.
Yep.
It's all ministry. And so the whole goal of training, not only to front load the professionals and paraprofessionals of this amazing opportunity you guys are building, but to provide it to the general public as well and make it
Yeah.
in a user-friendly, I don't want to say watered down, but
No.
more of a simplistic form
Sure.
that anybody can understand. And then
Yep.
you can take more advanced understanding if you want to.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because they work a lot with first responders. They work a lot with really anybody. If we can help more people, that's the goal. I think Brian said to me one time, no, it might have been you, Stephanie. You said, there's all this helpful information out there that's only just contained in these segmented spaces. So they get, a lot of these therapists get this amazing insight, but then they just keep it to themselves. And you said, we want to make sure that we can get it out so that we can help more people. If we just contain it, then nobody has access to it, and there's less people that we're helping. So thank you, Stephanie. So for all you, I've even already gotten calls of those who really want the trainings from what we're going to be offering, amazing trainings. We will get you set up. Her and Brian lead that segment. All right. Last but definitely not least, Sean and Lynette Reed. Oh my gosh, listen.
Baby, and you have another couple that's off in the cut.
So Cassie is my she works with us now.
Okay.
Do you want me to invite her in the team?
Like she offered. I mean, they
didn't even know.
just seemed like they was just over there in the cut. I'm like, hey,
Come on,
I know you ain't just here for.
No, I mean, then I would have to introduce the rest of the team. They're staff that works with us.
Oh, okay,
Their
my bad.
staff.
I just would listen.
I mean, we can put them on. We could keep
Listen,
rotating. I thought you said we had 10 minutes.
We do, because now it's 2.
Right now it's
Shoot,
2.
Yoda.
Right.
No, I'm just playing.
Right.
There's no hard out. There's no hard out. It's not
Right.
Yeah.
Shoot, Yoda.
It's not an
is
infomercial.
funny.
In that case, your marriage will be
my
as miserable as you
Look
are.
at you.
Yep.
All right, so Sean and Lynette, I call them Master Yoda and Master Yodette because they're so great.
They
are. They've done many trainings, many marriage mediations. They've trained other couples and families to be marriage mediators.
Hey, these are 2 of my favorite people on the
Yeah,
planet.
they're just
I've known both of them
incredible.
over 20 years.
Well over 20 years.
and they change it's not.
Yep.
Love y'all. Man.
Yep.
They are the reeds and they change it.
They are
not.
incredible leaders.
Love them.
They're all about legacy and legacy building. And that is one of their passions. And they are so kind enough. Again, all of these people that you see, I just wanted to share them with you for all you business people to know that you have to partner with people to grow.
Yep.
And they have kindly partnered with me. And so they're sharing their gifts of their legacy. They're sharing their gifts of their marriage ministry with us right here at the Bomb Counseling Center. They are sharing their marriage stuff with us on the Mentor You platform. They're there giving you nuggets and walking through life weekly with you for a year. Well, for them, they're bi-weekly, but a year so that your marriage can be transformed. On the Bomb Counseling Center, they offer a 2-day crazy intensive that they are going to challenge the heck out of you in your marriage, because they are firm believers that you should just stop living in an average marriage and that you should be living above and beyond in an exceptional marriage. So I probably, and did I get it right? See, I got you. I got my peoples. Now I got everybody. Go
Don't
ahead,
settle.
guys. Don't settle.
settle.
That's right.
Yeah, but one of the things I wish somebody would have told me like 25 years ago
Yeah.
when we first got married is that you can try to build, but if you don't have the right tools, you won't be successful.
That's right.
Booyah.
You can have all the best intentions in the planet, but
That's
you
right.
really need to know how to do marriage God's way.
That's right.
And we stumbled into a lot. Eventually,
Yeah.
I got over my pride and I actually got some mentoring and some wisdom
Yeah.
and some therapy.
Yeah.
And I finally got to a place to where I realized that my marriage was going to be as sick as my secrets.
Come on.
And
Come
we were
on,
gonna be
Sean.
we were going to be as trapped as my trauma. And until I got
Come
over those
on.
things,
Wow.
she was not the reason that the marriage wasn't working. Largely, it was personally my own happiness, my own sense of healing that I needed to deal with. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah, but I'm not going to let you take all the fall. I would say a lot of our issue, or some of my issues, was I was afraid to speak up. So I allowed his behavior by not speaking up and saying, hey, I'm worth a little bit more than that. Don't talk to me like that.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
So I'm not going to let him take all the blame for the marriage, but I had my part in it too. And I think it was until I found my voice
Yep.
and until I talked about or reached my identity,
Yeah.
what we were talking about with the other mentors, life didn't change for me and the marriage didn't change for me.
Right.
So
Right.
so now we have a 2-day process
Yep.
that we walk couples through to help them develop their leadership style, communication skill,
Yep.
get a little inner healing and some freedom in there. And
Yep.
then how do I practically live out part of what you were just talking about? How do I come out of this trap of triggered talks?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And get
Yep.
to a space to where you can control yourself.
Yep.
Number one.
Yep.
And then number two, how do you invite God to get into the middle of the marriage? You know,
Right.
a lot of times we talk about God being the head of the home, but how do you actually incorporate God within the middle of the marriage to where it's not just you two,
Right.
but it's actually God who is able to guide the relationship.
Right.
So it's a lot that comes out in 2 days.
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
is intense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's their crisis interventionists.
sure.
You're their crisis marriage mediators. And there's one thing I love about them so much is that they're so just doggone real and authentic and transparent. And they are not hesitant to like get to the real deal. Like, when you see Sean right here and he's kind, and Lynette, and they're kind, and they came out of a rough life. Sean, they came out of a rough life, like a hard background. And for them to let that pride go and come out of their shell and be this transparent, I mean, they really break down and they don't hold anything back. Like, they get very vulnerable and transparent with you guys. And unashamedly tell their stories, their pains, their passions, and then say, now this is what you got to do because this is what I did. Right. And so I just appreciate that about y'all, because y'all have been authentic from when we've known you guys. And so I just want to thank you. And so, yeah, man, they are a part. I'm so grateful they're a part. I'm grateful everybody that has been here. And this is just a few guys. This is just a few who came. This is not everybody. We got a lot more people. So just go see what's on the site. Fill out your intake forms. Go sign up for Mentor You.
This
Go
baby
sign
has
up.
been birthed.
It's birth. Go. I'm gonna be doing these retreats soon. Come hang with me so we can play and have fun. We'll do marriage conferences soon. We'll probably do that maybe next year or so. So, You're going to see me doing a lot of things. I get to play now. All the business is done. And so I am excited. And
I'm so proud of you, baby.
Thank you, honey.
So proud of you.
I can't wait to meet you guys, hug your faces, kiss cheeks, and see how you guys are doing. And let's just walk through life together. All of us. We're going to walk through life with you. So that's it. That's what I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the official launch party of Mentor You and the Balm Counseling Center. All the links are there. All the information is there. All the questions will be answered. Invest in your mental health. Invest in your emotional well-being. And I promise you, the next you will be the best you.
Come on.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
I've been Tim Ross. She's been Juliette Ross.
The whole time.
Upset the world.
Bye.
Deuces!
Please don't push me.
Please don't push me, but y'all push B. Now we got dwellers from Cali to Flatbush B. Now they got heat on their feet that say press B. And now we so deep in the street, y'all can't stress me. Can't curse me, then bless me. I'm crucifying my flesh, that's less me. SAT'd from preaching, can't test me. Atheists are now believing, that bless me. Yeah, we got the basement replacing any of those worldly pursuits that y'all chasing, any of those trials and tests that y'all facing, any of the relationships that y'all changing. We rearranging, making the shame shift, giving Satan back what's his, that's the blame shift. Rise up and walk commands, that's the lame shift. Cheat codes for living this life, that's the game shift. All on Yeshua, man, the rest is manure, man. I'm dying daily, so I rise up a purer man. Pressing B daily, so my sins looking fewer, man. Washing the blood, so my sins down the sewer, man. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be. Yeah, so press B with me, and let's let whatever gon' be just be.